Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Newbreed Film Reviews. This is Dave. Paul's on a podcast. Bry's on a podcast.
Hello. What's going on?
We are on episode 44. And on this episode, we're going to talk about the state of CGI in movies, and we're going to compare it to practical effects. And we're also going to talk about something pretty interesting. The fact that basically actors can be recreated with CGI at this point, because Brian and I recently saw Terminator Genesis and we were blown away by how they made Arnie like all youthful. So I'll let one of the guys kick it in and just kind of talk about, you know, what they feel about CGI in this day and age.
Well, let me ask you guys, because...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, again, we are in the same room with each other for this episode.
Right, yeah, we should probably preface that.
It's okay. Dave is going to go back to Florida tomorrow. So this is the last episode we're going to do for a little while, even next to each other. So it's kind of cool. This is an open forum episode. We got our own notes. We're spitting off the top of our head with whatever we think about this stuff.
Yeah, this one is straight up off the dome. You said this is the first one or last one we're going to do for a while. I want to specify this is the last one we're going to do as a in the same room together.
We'll do it again if I don't crash tomorrow.
We'll be back next week as well. Just this week is the last week or last time we're going to do it together for a couple of years, maybe a couple of months. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's not important. So
yeah, next Sunday there'll be 2 more episodes.
So when you guys told me you went and saw Terminator, one of the things that I asked you was how did they do with making Arnie look young again? Because that's one of the things in the trailer that they show. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the only intriguing thing to me about this new Terminator movie, realistically, was when they showed him being like he was in his 30s again, maybe younger. Mm-hmm. How did it look? And what, you
want to touch on that first?
Yeah. I actually, last night I watched on Netflix, they have the original Terminator. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I watched the scene, and I don't want to give away anything, but they make it look like there's parts of the first Terminator that are referenced in the new movie. I'm dancing around the spoiler right here.
Yeah,
I'm so tap dancing around it, but they
attention
amazing,
to detail.
Yeah, amazingly crazy how Arnold Schwarzenegger looks in the 1984 version and how he looks in this movie. Like, Dave, isn't it? Like, it's freaky that they were digitally regenerated him to look like that.
You would be hard pressed to find a bigger Schwarzenegger fan than me. Like, I know every crevice on his face. So, like, I would that's kind of creepy. I'm sorry. I would spot out, if it looks all rubbery and wait a minute. The 84 Schwarzenegger had a little mole right there. Like, I would have spotted it, but it was super impressive, without a doubt. Tron Legacy was, the last movie, and Bri brought this up. The last movie that I even recall that tried to make somebody younger looking, and, Arnie's face is so aged, it's not even a matter of making them younger looking. They recreated a face.
Yeah.
And it was mint. Facial expressions, his eyebrows, it was so spot. And without spoiling the movie, like Brian said, just attention to detail with that movie, recreating scenes and a vibe, just amazing. But back to the CGI discussion, to answer Paul's question, it was 1 out of 10, it was 9.5.
Yes, on how they made Arnie look.
That's impressive.
It is.
Thoroughly impressed. I was the minute I saw that, I thought one thing. I was we're at a point where we can resurrect actors. That's the first thing I thought in my head.
So that brings me. So earlier in our text, then you were like, "Oh, bringing back certain people."
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who the first person you said was, but then you mentioned Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
As cool as that would be, the thing that, and I think I had mentioned that, that gives me an idea on something that we'll talk about later. You might be able to recreate the physical attributes of a person.
But not the performance?
But you can't recreate the performance. And Heath Ledger,
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger's not that hard of a performance to recreate.
Right.
Hey.
Sylvester Stallone will be easy on that one, too.
There's plenty of impressions who can do those guys.
He's 67. Leave him alone.
But when you have somebody like Heath Ledger, who may not, depending on who you are, like to me, I think Heath Ledger, in certain situations, maybe, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I think he might be overrated. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he died so young that people are like, he was such a great actor. Don't get me wrong. I think he did great in the Dark Knight movie. I think I never saw Brokeback Mountain. I'm sure he did fine there.
I like A Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale. I watched that the other night. Actually, it was on TV. I thought that movie was great. I think that the girls loved him, but I don't know if he was the actor that everyone made him out to seem until The Dark Knight. I think that was a really tough role. He obviously got into that role, into the mind of the Joker in that movie. It ultimately turned around and
kind of killed him, right?
Killed him. But that was the only one that I really see that, like, he was...
I'm with you, Paul.
But aside from that, any actor in general, like, who may have passed at this point, if you were to bring them back in CGI, how do you bring back that performance?
I mean, you really, I mean, there's like two ways to look at it. Like, yeah, they're unique. And you would have to look at like old footage from like old movies to like recreate like, mannerisms and certain aspects of them. But I mean, I think it is possible. And it's definitely going to be like a knockoff and not as good as the actual person. But it's like a novelty. Like I'll tell you flat out, like, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. And, Bruce Lee died like whatever, how many years ago, long time ago.
Right.
If they can somehow bring him back for like a movie, just the novelty of it, I would go see it. Just
how about Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee?
That would be crazy. Dude, Brandon Lee is the Crow.
Right.
But what else did he do other than the Crow?
That's it.
Rapid Fire, which is kind of like
Bruce Lee.
It'd be cool to just do if you did an action movie with the two of them.
It'd be creepy, but yeah. But Bruce Lee.
There's no acting though.
Bruce Lee, I think they can be done. I think they can have somebody.
They have enough documentation of Bruce Lee, probably.
And I think that facial wise, they can do the CGI of his face, but they can superimpose it on someone such as somebody like Jet Li, who I'm not a kung fu movie guy. Like you guys have seen a lot more kung fu movies than I have. But I feel like Jet Li would be he'd be an acceptable substitute, perhaps. Not the real thing. Like if you were doing like a real life video of Bruce Lee, obviously you can't emulate that guy. He's fucking incredible.
I think Rinsler from Tron Legacy, that acrobat or actor, that guy, his body type and his skills, he was badass.
So they can emulate that.
For Arnie, they had a bodybuilder that did
German dude.
So like his body wasn't
same dimensions,
but it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger's body.
No,
right? They just made his face.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't his body. It's all mushy now.
Now did he?
Yeah, but I'm talking about. But they didn't CGI his body.
They didn't like create something from nothing.
Just the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now, did he talk in that scene? He did. Okay. And it sounded like did he like?
I'm not ruining it, but it was really easy for them to dub the talking.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, he can just. So that brings up my ultimate question was, with someone who's just older. Mm-hmm. It's a lot easier for them to make them just look younger. I think they've done it a few times now, but that movie is probably the most... When I saw that trailer, I was like, holy shit, look at that face.
Have you seen Tron?
Yeah, I saw Tron.
Like Jeff Bridges, how they made him look younger?
Yep. Yeah. I think that... I really enjoyed that movie, too. I was surprised how much I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
But these are people who are alive, so... and I had asked... earlier, like, with somebody who's dead, how do you recreate that performance? You really can't. So, and this is kind of throwing it out there, but there was, I forget the concert in California that they do, but they had Tupac's hologram.
I remember that
a couple years ago.
Yep.
That was a big
They did Michael
deal.
Jackson too.
And they did Michael Jackson
I
as
found
well.
it disrespectful, to be honest. Like, because I'm a big Tupac fan,
Right?
But maybe because I'm biased. But I was like, it's almost like it's cool, but it's like, I don't know. I found it weird. Like, it was like almost
it's weird because I can see where it would be disrespectful, but I don't find it disrespectful. But that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Would you find it disrespectful if they came out with a movie of Robin Williams, full CGI?
Yes,
next year.
Absolutely.
Too soon.
Yes,
100%.
Because we all know that he's well documented.
I don't think in the entire history of movies there's been an actor who had an impact on people the way that Robin Williams did when he died. My father, who is one of the strongest people I know, everybody says that about their father, but in reality, like, that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. When that happened, my dad, like, straight up said, listen, I got choked up from that, because who doesn't love Robin Williams? There will never be a way to recreate that. I don't care what face you put on any person in this world or who in the future. There's no way you could ever recreate that type of personality. And that's just with him. I don't think it's just with Robin Williams. I think with other people as well. Like, you can't
all right,
bring people back from the dead. You
but
just
putting
can't
that aside,
Well,
though,
like The Crow.
But
like
do you
a
think?
movie like that.
But putting that aside, though, all right. So you're talking about an emotional side of it, and you're talking about an acting side of it. But from a CG standpoint, from just flat bare bones, we're making computer generated.
Yeah.
At this point in time, do you think we can make an entire movie of Robin Williams?
No.
I disagree.
You think that we're that far ahead that we can do that?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see Terminator, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah, dude, I would have been on the fence too, but after seeing Genesis, the budget would have to be astronomical.
Yes.
Number one,
Right?
because that's a CGI through the whole movie. But visually, yeah, dude, we can do it. Like, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's
But the thing is, like, Arnie, excuse me, Arnie. No disrespect to him, but he doesn't do much.
He's not a hard actor.
He doesn't do much. He's on the screen.
When he dies, they could probably do like Commando 6.
Yeah. Robin Williams was just as much a physical actor as he was an emotional actor. You know what I mean? He'd be on screen and he would move in the way that his personality was.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I don't think that you can emulate that through any kind of CG. I just don't think you can do it.
Or what about if Ryan Gosling died tomorrow?
Oh yeah, that's easy.
You could probably do him real easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, it would be hard with, like, certain people. Like, let's say, like, a Jim Carrey. Like,
Yeah.
Jim
Again,
Carrey
a
would
very
be
animated person. Yeah.
Hard to recreate. Like, he's so much improv and, like, his personality is so unique. But if it's used as a tool, like again, I did Friday the 3rd time, but like a Crow movie, the Crow doesn't really speak that much. And if you can put Brandon Lee's face, like, on on someone's body to, like, do the movements and have him as, like, a badass, like killing people and going through the whole movie, it'll work.
Yeah.
Or like Terminator, we have Arnie. But here's the other thing. I don't know too much about, like, audio technology. Like, are we at the point where you can recreate voices to sound just like people?
And to say whatever you want them to say.
Or do you need a person who does impersonations?
Yeah.
That's probably key right there is getting someone who does impersonations, but you also have to tune it just right so that it still sounds just like that person. Doing a face is probably a lot easier than doing a voice nowadays. You know?
Probably.
Did you see Fast 7?
Yeah.
Did you see?
I didn't see Fast 7.
Unfortunately.
Which is funny because I own Fast 1 through 6. But I didn't go see 7.
So not to spoil it for you.
It was seamless.
But I know they use Paul Walker's brother to play the rest of his roles. I know that they superimposed his face onto his brother's body, which is
correct.
Creepy as shit to me.
And you can disagree with me if you want, Dave, but throughout the entire movie, the parts that they did put Paul Walker in there, I couldn't pick that out except for the last scene. The very last scene, it was obvious.
Yeah, I mean...
But the rest of the movie, I looked up to see, like, the certain parts that he was in there, I couldn't figure it out.
It was pretty seamless, but, like, there was... I don't remember if it was the last scene, but there was a scene or two that it looked a little blurry. Like, you can see something was off. Mm-hmm. But
not like Arnold was.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, would you notice that if... Let's say, like, if nobody ever seen a Fast movie and you never really... You're not a Paul Walker fan. You never really see him in other movies. Would you notice? I don't think you would have. I really don't. But since we know he died and we're like looking for it to be fake looking, like we noticed it. That's my view.
But I'm trying to compare between Arnold Schwarzenegger, how he looked, compared to how Paul Walker looked.
It was like,
at the end of the movie.
Like I said, 95%. Yeah. It was like so.
I think the CGI
damn near perfect.
Yeah, the game was a lot better done than I think Paul Walker was done.
Yeah,
or Jeff Bridges was done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
That good.
Dude. Okay. Yeah. So I got a question for you guys. This is going to be a little fun. I don't know if you guys are with this or against it. I don't know. We actually got a definitive answer for all of us, but I guess I'll answer first the question. The question is two questions. One, would you want to see somebody recreated that died? Why and why not? And regardless of your answer, why or not, like just for fun, for shits and giggles, like name one person you want brought back. So I asked the question, so I guess I'll answer them last. And I'm asking Paul. Oh. Would you want to see him brought back?
No, you answer first. You give us a second to think about it.
Yeah, we need to think about this.
So to answer the first question, would I want to see him do it and why and why not? I would want to see him do it just because we get the chance to see people in new material and you don't get to wonder. And it's kind of sad when talent dies. And like with the new DC universe, we don't get to see Heath Ledger as the new Joker, which he was brilliant. It's sad. You know, it's really sad.
I agree.
But go ahead.
I just real quick. I watched the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman today. It's on Netflix for anybody who wants to watch it. Mm-hmm. And I watched Jack Nicholson as Joker. And then I watched the Batman 66 all the time because I love the Batman. Adam West Batman. I think it's great with Cesar Romero as the Joker there. Mm-hmm. And then I think of the Heath Ledger Joker. Mm-hmm. I think of the Mark Hamill Joker. Mm-hmm. And it made me realize that there's no way in hell Jared Leto can play a good Joker. It just can't happen. I'm sorry. Yeah. But all of those roles were very significant. Mm-hmm. All those roles were very proper for the type of Joker that they needed to play. Mm-hmm. And Jared Leto taking over Suicide Squad only a few years after Heath Ledger plays Joker, I just don't think he can pull it off.
That's a lot of pressure. Mm-hmm. And to add what Paul said, I appreciate all those performances for what they were. Like, I love Heath Ledger's performance, and it was, like, amazing. But I love Jack Nicholson, and he was just a different Joker. I wouldn't say he was lesser. He just was different, more comical.
He was kind of a mixture between, like, almost like a twisted Mark Hamill, you know, the Batman animated series Joker. Yeah. And Cesar Romero, mm-hmm. Batman 66, Adam West type Joker.
Nicholson was fun. He was a very fun... He was a very fun Joker. To go back to the question, though, morally, it's weird. Like, would I want to see somebody recreated? I think there's a form of, like, disrespect, bringing somebody back. And, like Paul said, something would be, like, lost in translation. Like, you're not going to get the same exact performance. And what happens, like, what about the family? Like, would the families of these actors want them brought back? Would you have to get permission? In some ways, like, it's not right. Like, you know, like, let them die. Let their performances just end when they were alive.
Yeah, but what about with Paul Walker? I mean, they used his own brother to be his, like...
I mean, but
his family supported it.
Yeah. It's just like a hairy thing to try to do. I'm 50-50 on it. And to answer the second question, who I would want brought back, that's kind of hard. It wouldn't be Bruce Lee out of, like, all picks of, like, actors that passed away. I could tell you one actor that if he does die, and he is going to die eventually, that I would want him brought back. And
Arnie?
Robert De Niro.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I want to see a youthful De Niro, but again, it's not really De Niro. It's just
I want to see Al Pacino brought back to life. Oh, that's right. He's not gone yet. He's not gone
He's
yet.
dead now.
Oh, so I'll go. Is that...
Yeah.
Sum up?
Yeah, please, because I'm still not exactly sure who I want.
All right. So, your first question. First question is, would I want to see that? And the answer is yes, because I would love to see the movement in technology, and I think the ability for us to just move forward, and for us to learn, and for us to do new things. And it's hard out there in the moviegoer days to really impress people now. I mean, 3D is not impressive anymore. And CGI is kind of like the way to be impressive. And we are definitely stepping up levels, like we had said with Genesis. So, like you had just said, though, with the respect of the families, if the families did not want that to happen, I wouldn't want it to happen. But like you had said, Paul Walker, his family still wanted him to do it. If somebody like in Robin Williams' case, if his family said, yeah, go ahead, try to do it, I would love to see something with him in there. Mm-hmm. Actors that I would love to see, I thought, like I already said, kind of Brandon Lee would be cool to do. Brandon Lee and Bruce Lee. But other ones that I would like to see, like Patrick Swayze, he passed away. I think he'd be kind of cool. Actors, I guess there's no one that I really want to be brought back right now. Heath Ledger, we did talk about him. Actors that, if they died, I would still want them to like be recreated or somehow. Like I wouldn't want them to be lost. Would probably be like Denzel Washington.
Yes.
If he passed away, if somebody gave him the thumbs up, to be recreated, I think that'd be something I'd like to see. So that's my stance on it. I think that, yes, it'd be cool to see an actor CGI recreated, and second would be all the ones that I named off.
So I have actors that I would love to see again who have died. But I don't know if I really want them, like if I actually want them to be CGI and brought back that way. Like I'd rather them just have not died and still be around. People like Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was such an amazing actor, and just didn't get the full credit that he deserved until after he died.
Yeah.
Harold Ramis.
Oh God, dude! Yes, if they do Ghostbusters.
I don't want this women's Ghostbusters. I want another. I want not even a reboot. I want another sequel to Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And I want Harold Ramis in it. I want him to play Egon. I want him to be there for that. And unfortunately, that's just not going to happen.
That'd be cool for him to like be a CGI cameo in there, like if he was just kind of just chilling somewhere around.
But it's just, and I don't know. Those two people, I think, would be like the most that I would actually want back in CGI.
Yeah. You know who someone I thought about randomly, like Bill Bixby from the Incredible Hulk TV show. I don't know why I thought about him, but he was a great actor, and I believe he died of cancer.
Played the original, the Bruce Banner version, right?
Yeah.
And Lou Ferrigno played the Hulk.
Yeah, he was amazing. Like, he was a really good actor. It would have been interesting to see him in the Marvel Universe now. Instead of, God, what's his name? The new Hulk. I totally forgot his name.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yes, which he's great. But now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't really think this will ever happen because there'll be way too much flack from it. Like, think of like all the people that would be just against it, like the fans. They'll be like, no, I don't want to see that. It's disrespectful. It'll be too much heat and too much flack for the studios to pull this off with everybody in agreement. Like, Paul Walker worked because they were, like, mid-filming.
Right. And they already did a lot of the movie in there.
People wanted to see it finished, and it was almost like a tribute film. But you will not see Paul Walker in any future Fast movies. I don't think they're going to do that. I think it'll be disrespectful.
It'll be extremely disrespectful.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they'll probably... I bet you for the next one, though, they'll put a very, very small throwback into him being with his family now.
Yeah.
I bet you to be able to tell the story, if the family gives permission, he'll be like on the phone, like talking to them while he's like sitting with his kids, like playing at his house. like talking to Vin Diesel. I bet you they'll do that just to kind of like break the story. You know?
Here's another
It's
thing.
kids, huh? Thanks for spoiling it.
Here's another thing with this whole having CGI actors. It's kind of disrespectful to their craft because like you're gonna put actors out of work, and it's like, what does it say about their skills and performances if you could just recreate it in a studio? It's like it's kind of messed up. Like
That's why I don't think it can happen.
yeah,
I just don't.
But like movies like Beowulf, you know, like you've seen that, and you have people. You could have impersonators impersonate the people for the acting, and then digitally master their face.
The same thing as like Polar Express.
Right.
It's like a weird mixture of CG and real life. It's all CG.
Like Tom Hanks looks real good in there.
But yeah. So that's like kind of that one part of CG. And then we have the other side of like the Pixar type movies and stuff that we could always discuss.
Right.
you know something I thought about the Terminator too is like we saw the CGI in a dark atmosphere. How does it look in daylight?
True.
You know what I mean? Like in the scenes that we saw, it was dark. So like, yeah, it might look better because it's shadowy, you know, but I didn't really think about that until now. But
Well, they probably do that on purpose. They probably
Probably.
have to do that to mask
Yeah, to make
the
them look-
Well, I mean,
imperfections.
what they were doing was
You know-
at that point, anyways. That was already given to them on a silver platter.
you know what movie I thought was groundbreaking in a way and kind of like set the tone of the new age of CGI? The newer Kong movie. When they recreated King Kong,
You know what
with all
movie
CGI.
I thought was the new
The Peter
part of
Jackson
CGI?
King Kong?
Yep.
World War Z.
Get out of here, dude. Like those mozzarella stick zombies.
That sounds delicious. I would kill for some
They were
mozzarella
like
sticks right
they
now.
were string cheese zombies.
Yeah. That was groundbreaking
Why
right
were
there.
they string
No.
cheese
Did you
zombies?
see them? They're like all rubbery.
I haven't
dude.
seen.
No, just see the
they?
trailer. You don't have to see the movie. Just watch the trailer.
Yeah, I thought it looked a little weird, but
Yeah.
then I thought it sounded cool because they like moved in swarms rather
Yeah.
than.
No, I mean it's a good movie, but just as
You know,
CGI needs to take a step.
I got
step up.
a big gripe with that movie. Not to cut you off. That movie's not really scary when you think about it. Cause like at the end of the day, what did they do to you? They bit you once. Like they didn't eat you. They didn't like mess your whole shit up like in 28 days later. They just bit you once and spread the virus. Did you see anybody get like ripped apart?
Don't give anything away.
I'm sorry.
Never seen it.
I'm sorry, everyone.
No spoilers.
Damn.
It's been on my instant queue for like
No, he
probably
didn't-
over a year now, and I still
No,
have never
he
seen
didn't.
it.
He didn't ruin the twist though.
I'm
so.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Paul.
It's all right. He didn't really ruin it for you.
Spoiler section.
How much of a twist can there be? There's supposed to be another one, right? And then
No, I know.
there's
but-
there like a whole series of books from Max Brooks who
yeah, but if you never see the
did this?
movie, it, like halfway through the movie, it, like clicks on,
Oh, okay.
on how it happened. Thanks, Dave.
I'm sorry, but that's my one gripe. It's still an entertaining movie, and they were just rubbery. They reminded me of the little like men that you put in a cup of water and they just expand and they're like gooey. They're just like rubbery.
How about
pieces of
like
crap?
have you ever gone back to watch like the first Resident Evil and like the what's that thing with like the brain and like the tongue,
Oh,
the liquor,
the liquor, yeah,
Liquor.
like how crappy that looks,
yeah.
and then compared to like
Back in the day, we were like, "Whoa,
yeah,
that's awesome!"
but like a movie like The Thing, the new movie that
Yeah,
came
yeah,
out,
yeah.
like the same kind of crazy creature,
Mhm.
like stepped up a lot
Yeah.
more than what that is.
Which, to be honest, like, man, like, I think suggestive movies are, like, creepier, but, like, when you full on see, like, spot on CGI of gore, do we really want to see shit like that?
No,
No.
It's kind of, like, super grotesque, disturbing.
yeah, especially when it's super realistic.
Yeah. Can you guys think of a movie that was, like, so, like, The Thing was pretty messed up.
Yeah,
That one dude that got, like, morphed with the other one?
Mhm.
Goodness.
yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
messed up.
But I don't know, guys. What do you think? We got anything else on? Okay, one more thing. What do you prefer? Practical, CGI, or a mixture?
I don't think there's any question. I think it's always should be a mixture. What? What? Why are you laughing?
What?
Good.
No, please tell me why you're laughing.
Does anybody else? Can you please talk into the phone? And can you say, Sally sold seashells down by the seashore?
Sally sold seashells at the seashore. Why? What is so funny right now?
Because he's slurring his words.
Oh no, am I?
How many beers you had, Paul? One or?
He just drank a little 40 to himself. He's good to
It's
go.
not a 40, it was a pint. It's got a high alcohol content, though.
It's got a high alcohol content. He's walking home, people. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
But I think it should be a mixture of both, though. That's what I think.
No, seriously, there's no question about it that it should be a mixture between both practical and CGI.
What do you think, Brian?
I think so too. I think the movies that mix more practical with a little bit of CGI is the way to go. Like Mad Max, they did a lot of the stuff practical, and they only filled in CGI when they needed to.
Yeah.
And especially movies like The Thing's a little bit crazier, but they did do a lot of animatronics and stuff like that, and then inserted CGI. And I think that makes it more realistic.
J.J. Abrams is doing that with a new Star Wars movie. It's mostly practical with a small mixture of special effects or CG, and I think that's the way it needs to be. Yeah, because that's how the original Star Wars was.
Yeah. I'm on the same page. I'm all about the mixture. Like, CGI is flawless when you want to do, like, blood, but not like Ninja Assassin blood. I don't know if you...
No. Like, not that
that's 3D... Like the Kill Bill.
3D blood that flies up the screen.
Yeah. The Django Unchained.
Django's all practical, though.
What? Mm-hmm. Get out of here, dude. The blood spraying?
Practical.
Yeah, dude, that's practical.
On the horse and all that?
Where
that's
the horse, like, the neck...
Quentin Tarantino is all about them practical effects,
I don't think he uses CGI.
I don't think he even knows what CGI is.
I don't think he uses any CGI in any one of his movies.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I respect him so much more.
That final scene with Jamie Foxx?
Yeah. What was that movie? Oh, My Bloody Valentine?
Oh, yeah, that was
that was
the first 3D movie I've ever seen.
I never seen that.
It was terrible. That was years ago, though.
But, like, blood, mist, sweat, like, these little elements like that, knives going into people, CGI knives and stuff like that, it's flawless, but when they push it, it comes out crappy sometimes if they don't have the budget. But we're pretty close to, like, doing some amazing things, so maybe my opinion will switch on that to full CGI.
There may be things that we don't even know are CG that are CG at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're like, oh, that's practical. However,
Al Pacino CG, he died. He's been dead for like 10 years.
Yeah, what we talked about, they're actually all the new movies right now with Al Pacino. It's not really Al Pacino.
Right.
They're actually generating him as aging as he goes.
He's not that old. I mean, he's old, but he's not like ancient old. He's as old as Robert De Niro.
I know, but he looks up way like a truck hit him compared to Robert De Niro.
Dude, I was hanging out with Dom, right? Paul, you don't know Dom.
I don't know Dom.
Right. Dude, and we were outside in a fire pit talking about actors, and we were all sad because our action heroes are aging. He was saying, oh, yeah, man, Bruce Willis is all dried up now. I was like, yeah, he does look pretty rough. And then I showed him a picture of Sean Connery. I showed him 4 pictures of Sean Connery.
I watched The Hunt for Red October today.
Great movie. I typed in Sean Connery 2014 and hit images on Google. I showed him 4. This man did not believe me that I was Sean Connery. He said, no, that's another old man. I'm like, that's Sean Connery, dude. He looks that bad.
How about Uncle Denzel?
Oh, man, that's sad, dude. That swag is gone.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it's... Dude, that was sad. You really see his age there. I was depressed seeing that.
Yeah, the problem is, it's like this. They're getting older, but CGI might be able to make them younger.
Yeah.
Wow, Sean Connery does look really bad,
He looks bad, dude.
So, holy shit. He's not James Bond anymore?
No, dude.
So what about, I mean, we're like done. You know, we're kind of at the end of it, but how about actors that they just make younger in movies? Like, what about they come with like a 25-year-old Denzel? Denzel plays the character, but they CGI him to be like 25 years old.
I'm like hit or miss with that. I mean, I'm on the fence. I mean, I would have to see it, like if it's well done. Like
going back to my Training Day prequel.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say that. I was gonna steal your thunder, dude. That would be ridiculous.
You want a prequel to that?
Yeah, talk about Alonzo Harris screwed up before he meets Ethan Hawke.
How about the dude who's playing Creed and he's the new Human Torch? He's a good actor. He's up and coming as a young Alonzo Harris.
He could. Yep.
That would be boss.
Yep.
Sounds pretty cool.
I'd be down.
Yeah, the new movie coming out with it's like a Rocky movie. Yeah. It's like a sequel to Rocky.
And he was only like 27 when he wrote that movie and did that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Stallone?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, Stallone's a legend, man.
Stallone's looking hurt up though too.
He's looking gray.
They all are, man.
He's looking dusty.
Their days, they've seen better days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sad day when he goes, when Arnie goes. Arnie, I mean, they take care of themselves though, so But some roles they need to stop. Terminator, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you can't have
stop.
10 Terminators with the same freaking guy playing Terminator.
Yeah,
He's gonna die eventually, and then what are they gonna do? They're gonna CGI his face back onto somebody else's body.
We talked about it in the thing though. I think they handled Arnie's age well in the movie.
Did they?
Yeah.
They played up on it.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, because didn't you guys, before the review and the movie came out, I think I remember you saying something about they did it so that his flesh was human, so that's why his flesh aged, but underneath he still had the skeleton of a robot.
Which makes sense.
And that was still the same.
Right.
But he's still like 100 years old, so...
He's still looking pretty beat up.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Old but not obsolete.
Being the governor will do that. Did he say that?
Yeah.
He did.
Oh my god.
It was cool though. I can't lie, like I thought it was gonna be a lot cheesier. His performance, he pulled it off.
He did.
He did. He really did.
Just red box it though. Don't go to the theater.
No, I'm not going to the theater
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
So does this start the comeback of Arnie? Because he's had a couple movies since the governor thing ran
I wasn't
out.
feeling Sabotage. That's just me though.
Yeah.
But does
Maggie
he come
was
back?
terrible.
Does he come back as an actor though? I mean, he was never really an actor.
Real
He
quick,
feels that way.
dude,
Don't get him spun up on that.
No, I'm mad at Arnie because I know he was doing this governor thing and it was like a life goal, and I'm proud of the guy that he accomplished so much in his life.
He ran California into the ground, but he ran it.
I'm just proud that he even made it in all this. I don't know the specifics, but for being a poor immigrant to being what he is now, like it's commendable, but I'm mad at him because he wasted good acting years, like part of his youth where he could have been kicking ass.
Yeah.
Being in politics, and he comes back, dude, you come back and you have diapers on. Like, you wearing Depends, you can't be a Terminator.
Yeah, but how long was he actually in politics
He
for?
did 2 terms, dude. I think that's like
8 years.
almost
8
a
years.
decade.
But he was acting up until that point, and then he started acting as soon as he was out. That's pretty impressive. Jesse Ventura can't claim that.
Dude, but I don't know if you agree, but 57, when you start getting up there, 10 years makes a hell of a difference.
57 to 67 is a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
20 to 30 is not bad. 30 to 40 is not bad. 40 to 50, but when you 70 to 80, you may not make that 10.
That's true.
90, forget it. You're lucky if you make 10
Is that
days.
my laugh right there?
So CGI will save Arnie. So we'll be having this podcast, our podcast 400. We'll be talking about Arnie after he's passed, and we'll be talking about CGI
Should
Arnie.
we bring him back? Should we CGI him and bring him back for Terminator 14?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think that's it, right?
You got anything else, fellas?
No.
I didn't realize this was only going to be about CG of actual people. I thought maybe we were going to talk about kids movies that were CG as well, but then I realized that there's no reason for that because Dave doesn't watch that shit. So it works for us.
I got nothing else.
I'm good. Hit us up on Twitter at Newbreed Film. On our email at
Newbreed Film Reviews 2014 at Gmail.
And on our Facebook page.
At Newbreed Film Reviews on Facebook. And hit us up with any messages that you want. Shoot us an email if you like Terminator or you personally think. Answer our 2 questions. Think to yourself if you would want somebody to be brought back from the dead in movies, and then who would it be? So, or even let's bring Gandhi back,
We have
Abraham Lincoln.
We have a Newbreed drawing also. The next 50th subscriber gets a free iPad, and just click that button.
Are you paying for that? Or?
No.
That's coming out of Dave's pocket.
That's not true, but click the button anyway.
We might eBay you and just send you a picture of a cardboard iPad.
Right, that's in our budget.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can afford that. So we'll send you 50 next 50 subscriber. You'll get a cardboard picture of an iPad.
We can send you the little parachute guys they sell in the market, the plastic ones you open up and throw.
I love those
Hey,
things.
hit the button.
Yeah.
Hit the button. Let us know
We'll send
also. And I hope you, like, let us know how you enjoyed us all being together for our podcast rather than separately.
Yeah, if you think this is cooler, obviously we won't be able to do it for a while, but I thought this was pretty fun for us to be able to kind of sit and talk in the same room.
I enjoyed it a lot. I think it flows better.
Yeah.
I think our discussions go better. And, I just think it worked out.
Throw a little alcohol in the mix. Maybe
Next
cooler.
time, maybe less alcohol.
Okay, less.
Maybe next time, less alcohol. But I'm not drunk. I just slur my words a little bit.
And with that note, I'm going to let you fellas go and ladies go until next Sunday. We'll hit you up.
Yeah. Good night,
Sir.
peoples.
Later.
Night.